Hi friends, we are going to read Grumpy Mr. G. Remember, for homework, you are to read Grumpy Mr. G on your own. You can have ULS read it to you by clicking this button right here. Remember that Miss Bigham can see if you have read it or not. Let's get started. Grumpy Mr. G by Emily Weinberger, illustrated by Todd Gardner. What do you see on the first page? I'll tell you what I can see. I can see a man. His name is Mr. G. I can see a window. I can see a bed. I can see light coming through the window. Does Mr. G look happy or sad or angry? He looks angry or grumpy. Let's find out why he's grumpy. Mr. G is grumpy. His window is made of clear glass. The sun shines through his window. The light shines into his eyes. This wakes him up early every morning. I can see the window and the light coming out of the window. This makes Mr. G angry. Can you make a grumpy face? Let me see. That was a great grumpy face. Is the sun bright or dark? It is bright. The sun is bright. It makes lots of light. Mr. G needs to sleep. He wants to make his room dark. Curtains can help make his room dark. Mr. G buys different curtains. Look at the picture. Where are the curtains? There they are. He is thinking about buying curtains to make the room dark. Mr. G hangs up thin white curtains. He pulls the curtains closed. He goes to bed at night. Will Mr. G get more sleep? What do you think? Do you think that the thin white curtains are going to keep the sun out? Let's find out. The next morning, Mr. G wakes up early. Light is shining in his eyes. He sees a lot of light coming through the curtains. The curtains are too thin and white. They did not make the room dark. Do you think this made Mr. G happy or grumpy? Look at his face. Is he happy or is he grumpy? He is grumpy. He does not want the light coming in through his window. These curtains did not work. Let's see what he does next. Mr. G hangs up different curtains. They have black and white stripes. Do you see the curtains? Point to the curtains. There they are. He pulls the curtains closed. He goes to bed at night. Will Mr. G get some more sleep? What do you think? Do you think Mr. G will get more sleep? Will the light stay out of his room? Will it be dark? Let's find out. The next morning, Mr. G wakes up early. Light is shining in his eyes. He sees some light coming through the curtains. The curtains only kept out some of the light. They did not make his room dark. Oh, Mr. G is upset. He wants to sleep. Do you think these curtains kept out the light? You're right, they did not keep out the light. Let's see if the next set of curtains help. Mr. G hangs up thick black curtains. He pulls the curtains closed. He goes to bed at night. Will Mr. G get some more sleep? What do you think? Do you think the thick black curtains will keep the light out? Point to the curtains. Where are they? There they are. Let's find out if these curtains work. The next morning, Mr. G wakes up later. The light does not come through the curtains. His room is very dark. It is hard to see anything. Look at Mr. G's face. Does he look grumpy or does he look happy? He's happy. He got to sleep in. Mr. G is not grumpy anymore. The thick black curtains blocked the light. He did not wake up early. Now he will be able to sleep more. Mr. G is happy. There's his happy face. The end. Bye, Mr. G. My friends, don't forget that you need to go on to ULS and read the story for yourself.